6 Unattractive Things Women Want in Bed. In this video, I talk about what most women want from a romantic partner. It's a great way to start a conversation with your partner, and it's also helpful for men who want to understand their wives better. It can also help women explain and talk about how they feel, even if they haven't been able to tell their husbands why they feel misunderstood or unhappy in the past. But that post was just an overview, and men often ask me for a more detailed list of what women want when it comes to sexual behavior. In this video, I talk about what I've learned from being a woman for 38 years and talking to hundreds of other women about their sexuality, wants, and preferences. Here are 6 things that women want in bed that aren't very sexy. 1. Taking charge of things. Many women want a man who takes charge in bed but is too shy to say so. I wrote in that video. Most women who feel like they run their home like a business don't also want to run their bedroom. Of course, if your wife is more dominant in bed, you will already know because she will be acting more that way. Dominance can mean anything from a man who tells a woman how much he wants her to full-on BDSM-style dominant behavior. Women like men who are honest about how much they want them. As a rule of thumb, I tell my male clients to keep getting more dominant in bed until they start to complain. Usually, this gets a lot crazier than the man would have thought his wife would like. Society teaches women that they shouldn't criticize their male partner's sexual moves and that women who like being dominated in the bedroom are somehow betraying the feminist cause. And of course, the irony is that not being able to express your opinions in bed is much closer to being anti-feminism than getting tied up because you like it. This can lead to many men saying that they are sure their wives wouldn't be into even moderately rough sex play, only to find out that their wives are not only into it but also very interested and excited about it. They are also grateful that they didn't have to ask for it first. If a woman doesn't like this idea, she should just let it go. Consent and both of you enjoying your sexual life are the most important things. 2. Morning or afternoon sex. At the end of the day, many women are so tired that sex is the last thing on their minds. Many women don't want to have sex currently because their testosterone levels are at their lowest. Both men and women have the most testosterone in the morning, so that is the best time to have sex. If a woman is worried about her kids coming in the morning, she should put a lock on her door and use it. She should also teach her kids early on that when the door is closed or locked, it means that mom and dad are busy or want some time alone. She could tell them to go downstairs and watch TV until we come down to them. Women who are too tired at night can also have sex in the afternoon. If you can both work from home and have flexible schedules, this is a great way to spend time together without being too tired or having to deal with kids. If you're worried about the light, close the blinds, wear lingerie, or know that most men are so excited to see a naked woman that it doesn't occur to them to look for your flaws. 3. Massage. Most women can't have sex when they're stressed, but men often have sex to feel better when they're stressed. Most women find that having their backs or feet massaged is the best way to relax. This will only work if the man is good at giving massages and does it for more than 10 minutes. If a man is so good at this that it puts his wife to sleep, she is usually in a good mood the next day because she feels so good about him for being so nice to her physically. Many women won't ask for a massage because their husbands complain about it and because they think a massage is a 5-minute back rub that leads to a sexual request. The irony is that after a good massage, many women would start sex on their own, but the man would never know because they stop after 5 minutes, and their wife gets so mad that she just stops wanting to be with them. Note: use massage oil or lotion so your hands don't hurt and so your wife can feel better. She may also massage you more if you use lotion because it makes her hands feel better. 4. More talking or less talking. Many women get excited when their husband talks to them in bed, but their husband thinks they don't because they don't say the things that get their wife excited. Also, some women like to talk during pre-orgasm play, but they find it distracting when it's time to make love. You can ask your wife what she likes if you want to know, but this may not get you anywhere quickly. A better way to go about it is to ask her to find an erotic story that she likes and tell it to you. If your wife is a good talker, smart, and loves to read and talk, there's likely a way to talk to her in bed that would get her excited and make the experience better. In general, as women get more excited in bed, they become less shy. This means that the same woman who might be disgusted if you said something sexual to her while she was cooking dinner might be open to it after 20 minutes of foreplay. On the other hand, many women need an elaborate fantasy or at least a slideshow of erotic images in their minds to get aroused or have an orgasm. When you talk, you interrupt the slideshow in their minds, which makes them angry. 5. Better and more varied sexual techniques. Again, most women have been taught by society that they shouldn't say bad things about men. If you're a man who just fell out of your chair from laughing so hard, let me say that I'm not a fool and I know that your wife constantly criticizes you about your parenting and housework. But for some reason, the same women who will tell their husbands that they're terrible at parenting won't ask these same men to touch them differently in bed. Many women find this too weird and worry that it will hurt the man too much. So, many women have very specific things they want more of, less of, or don't like, even how the man kisses, but they don't tell the man. Instead, the woman just gets more and more disappointed until she stops caring at all about sex. Whether you've been with your partner for 20 days or 20 years, if you're a man, you should ask her in bed to show you how to give her an orgasm, how to touch her body during foreplay, and how to kiss her. Don't ask her what you're doing wrong because she'll tell you, nothing. If you tell her, show me what to do, with an open mind, real curiosity, and sexual interest, many women will give you the Rosetta Stone to unlock them. Similarly, many women are sick of the same things a man has been doing to make them orgasm for 10 years, ever since he learned how to please her. Try something else, touch a different part of her body, or ask her to do something different for you. If you pay attention to her, try new things or make suggestions with confidence, and make her feel good physically and emotionally, your wife may be open to more ideas and activities than you thought. 6. Using sex to get away from life. Most married women between the ages of 30 and 60 feel stressed out most of the time. Sex can be a way to get away from the boring and frustrating things in life, and your bedroom can be a place to get away from everything that makes your wife sad or angry. For this to happen, there needs to be a lot of emotional pre-play during the day, and it needs to continue for at least the first few minutes in bed at night. If you want your wife to think of you and have sex with you as a way to get away from life, you should do things that make her feel good about you, sex, and your bedroom in general. A good first step is to make a rule that you can't use your phone in bed or after a certain time if you can't get there right away. You need to love the way you look at her and talk to her. During the day, you can email or text her loving and sweet things. Once it's clear that you and she have a fun and loving back and forth every day, you can add in sexual things. If you focus on your wife and make her feel loved and safe, and if you bring up the idea of your bedroom as a refuge from the stress and a place to connect sexually and emotionally, you may be surprised at how open she is to the idea, since most women want nothing more than a break from the stress of everyday life. If you're a woman and you can relate to any of the things in this post, use it to start a conversation about sex with your partner. Most men want to know what their wives want in bed. Men who don't seem to care about their wives' thoughts and feelings in other areas are often very interested in what their wives want in bed. And if you are a man reading this, send it to your wife and ask her to tell you which of these numbered points apply to her. That's why I gave each point a number, so that even shy people could answer. If she writes back with any numbers, a smiley face, or that face she makes when she rolls her eyes, ask her later in bed if any of it applies to her.